Taoiseach, the horticulture industry was worth an estimated 566 million in 2023. The areas of the industry are broad and diverse, from mushrooms and potatoes, field crops, protected fruit and vegetable, outdoor soft and top fruit, hardy nursery stock, protected crops, Christmas trees, cut foliage, outdoor flowers and bulbs and turfgrass. Yet Ireland imports approximately 85% of our fruits and vegetables and possibly over 60% of our other plants needlessly, at some risk to our country, considering the potential impact of importing deadly pests and diseases, recent examples being ash dieback and sudden oak death, which are causing havoc on our rural and urban landscapes, forestry, wood and our woodland industries. For such a vital industry with so much prospect, then why is it that the industry is not growing? Considering that we import so much, why has the government and previous Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael governments done little or nothing at all to protect the industry? Taoiseach, possibly the most important element to the industry is its people. Operative managers and their entrepreneurs are of horticulture, like most industries. Attracting people to industries of vital national importance is surely part of a government's remit, is it not? Yet our education system fills courses with students who may never find work in the areas they are studying for, and industries like horticulture are stagnating without new Irish people to lead it, with the numbers of students in horticulture nationally in a steady decline. Taoiseach, would you agree that an industry is only as good as the people who lead it? Would you agree that the better equipped those people are with, say, education, the better the chance they will have to grow the industry, offer jobs, tax revenue, solutions to vital food and biodiversity security, reduce carbon miles and to innovate? Taoiseach, can you outline what the government's plans are for the horticulture industry and horticulture education nationally? Because, Taoiseach, not so long ago I brought to you attention in this House the case of a vital Level 5 ETB horticultural course in Skibbereen that Cork ETB now says they are going to discontinue. Yet they have more applicants than normal for this time of year and get most applicants in August and September. But the ETB claim not to have viable numbers from sending people, after sending people away from doing the course, even though people want to do it. One wonders why, I ask. Is it rationalisation, or perhaps making life easy for administrators, or what is it that would be more important than sustainability and viability of our country? Can you explain how, at such a vital time, when vital sustainable industries that can help reduce climate change impacts are so needed, why are we shutting down vital horticultural courses the industry is crying out for? People, Taoiseach, is there anyone at the helm of the ship on education and direction for the industries of this country? Even other government departments are investigating education in horticulture at present, as it is affecting the potential of the industry. Can it be explained to the career guidance at secondary schools how important the industry is? Can horticulture be prioritised as a vital sector to fast-track industry development and replace carbon costly imports? Taoiseach, can you see to it that proper support be invested in promoting and supporting horticulture education in Ireland, and that the Level 5 course in horticulture in Skibbereen be reinstated with immediate effect?
Thank you, Deputy Collins. Taoiseach.
I want to thank Deputy Collins for raising this important matter, and I do note that he did raise the issue in relation to the horticulture course in Skibbereen with me previously in this House, and I've done a little bit of research which I'll engage with him on now in a moment. But yes, I mean, the first thing is there is huge importance in investing in talent and investing in our people, and I believe in making sure we have an education system that has multiple pathways for people to reach their full potential. And for some people that will be university, for some people that will be our education and training boards, for some people it'll be a combination of both, for some people it'll be in work training, and for some people it'll be the apprenticeship or traineeship model. And I do think there's been a rigidity to our education system in years gone by that we need to challenge. And I think that's something that there is a political consensus on, and I was honoured to be the first Minister for Further and Higher Education. I know there's a lot of work going on in that space and a very can-do sector as well. So I agree with you on that. I also agree with you on the importance of horticulture. And I think your diagnosis of the challenge is right. We need to be able to do a hell of a lot more in this country, and we need to be, because that makes sense from a whole variety of areas economically, but also from a green, from a climate agenda, from a sustainability agenda as well. Now we are, and the figures, any set of figures will show you this, Deputy Collins, we're absolutely expanding the number of educational courses across the country. We're expanding the amount of money to the ETBs, their budgets, the amount of people going. So all of these things are beyond dispute, beyond question, and I can produce you any amount of data to show you that the third level sector is growing in every dimension. But you are right, there does seem to be a particular issue in relation to this horticulture course, and I'm happy to I'm happy to further engage on this because I did make inquiries and my note tells me different to you, as you may not be surprised, but I want to share with you what I'm told. So I am told that the Department of Further and Higher Education made inquiries with Cork ETB, and what I was told was that the ETB has decided to remove its offering of the course for the academic year 24-25, as it's not considered to be viable based on the low level of applications to date. The Horticulture Post-Leaving Cert Level 5 course offered in Skibbereen under the auspices of the Morrison Island campus of the Cork College of Further Education and Training has, I'm told, seen enrolments and course completions fall consistently over the last number of years. And what the ETB would tell me is that they need to have a level of demand for any course in determining its schedule of courses and making the most effective use of its college. So they're saying that they don't currently believe there's a level sufficient to support a class group, and therefore it's not possible for any provider, including the ETB, to meet that demand. Now you're giving me different data, which I'm not disputing, and I'd be very happy to see that, and I'd be very happy for my office to engage directly with Cork ETB, and let's at least have there can only be one set of figures. There can't be two versions of the truth here. Now, what I would say more broadly in relation to the horticulture sector, there is now a horticultural apprenticeship programme that's been recently developed for the first time in this area. It's been developed with Teagasc, and I do think this is an important part of what you're rightly saying about how do we encourage more people to come into horticulture. Well, I think it's by providing apprenticeship routes and pathways, and I think the point you make about promoting it as a career is something that I'm certainly happy to talk with our agencies about and revert to in writing.
Taoiseach Deputy Collins.
Thank you very much, Taoiseach, for your reply. And you say we may have different data, and that's maybe something we can engage on. I look forward to engaging with you on this issue. But Taoiseach, remember one thing: the course deadline for applicants is September. A decision seems to have been made in March, April, May, or June. I don't know, by the ETB, with little or no consultation with the people on the ground. So how can they make a decision on how many people are going? Because I have people contacting me saying they're interested and they're sorry when they see up on my social media that it's closing. They're sorry that it is, and they've contacted local media. So there's an issue here. The ETB made a decision at a very early stage to pull this, and they're not giving that opportunity. Remember, it's Skibbereen. We can't talk about Morris Island. When you're talking to people in Castledunbear, you're talking to people in the Beara or the Sheepshead Peninsula, you're talking to people in Skibbereen, Bantry, and that surrounds. Ask them to go up to Cork City every day to do a course. Young people that can't afford to do that. It's a crazy situation. They're closing it quite simply because of its geographical position. That's why they're closing it. Everyone will tell you that on the ground in West Cork, and they've been allowed to make that decision. I got on to Minister Patrick Donovan, who has come back to me, but he's given me the ETB spin. I don't want the ETB spin. I want the human spin. There's a horticultural course that was available to people in Skibbereen going to be closed down. Will you intervene and make sure that doesn't happen?
Thank you. Taoiseach.
Well, look, I'll certainly undertake to look into it because I know a little bit about it from my time in that department, and I would have been down at the Cork College of Further Education and Training, and I would have been made aware of the horticulture. Of course, I'm trying to remember if I visited the actual facility in Skibbereen. I'm not sure, but I could have, because I certainly was involved in a number of discussions around horticulture in Cork, and I know there was a general level of excitement that there were education and training programmes there, and there was a benefit seen to the local regional economy as well. So look, what I will do in the first instance is I'll relay your concerns to Minister O'Donovan, and I'll ask that he re-engages with Cork ETB in relation to this. I'll put it to them that your view is that the decision is premature and that there is more interest coming than perhaps they know. Let's ascertain that and see if that does bear out. And maybe the second thing I could do is ask the Regional Skills Fora for the Southwest region to also have a look at course provision. I am conscious when we talk about Cork here in Dublin, it's a very big county, and I am conscious of the idea of asking somebody to move from West Cork into Cork City is just not viable. So let me take a further look at it and come back to you.
Thank you very much, Taoiseach. That